and highly valuable figurine of Oriental origin was found by police in the home of Port Charles Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio. The work of art matches the piece described in a front-page story in this newspaper yesterday. That priceless figurine being the one found on Holly Scorpio, the commissioner's wife, by police. Editorially, we ask this question. Is Mrs. Robert Scorpio fencing stolen property? The people demand to know.
Oh, hi.
Didn't I hear you get the paper?
What?
I did, didn't I?
Oh.
Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Figure what out? I don't know what you're talking about. I know that Ian wouldn't resist printing the worst in his paper, so let's assume that he did. You got the paper, saw a really awful story in there, and in order to protect me, you hid it under the pillows, which explains why you were so desperately rearranging them when I came down. Am I close? Pretty close. Okay, well, let's see the worst. Okay, you're right. I was just trying to keep you from seeing it. It's pretty bad. It's not a very subtle headline, is it? How can you write this stuff? Well, he should be sued for libel. Oh, he's protected himself against that. He's just dragging up my past. There's nothing I can do to stop him from doing that. He's making it seem as if I've been a fence all along. But what is worse is that he's making it as if I've been using Robert as the perfect cover. Holly, nobody is going to believe that. Oh, no? Well, let's face it. People believe what they see in print. I mean, how many times have you heard people say, of course it's true, I read it in the newspaper? No, Holly, no one who knows you is going to be saying those things. No, I don't care about that. I mean, I don't care what people think of me. It's just that all this mudraking is going to ruin Robert's reputation. You are worrying unnecessarily. Robert has a brilliant reputation in this town. No, he won't for much longer if he stays married to me. Holly, will you stop that? I don't dare show my face in this town. No, I won't let you do this anymore. We're going to sit down, and we're going to have some coffee, and we're going to talk about this calmly.
Fine. Put a distributor in it, whatever it needs, and then deliver it to my home by noon, please. Can you do that? Good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Never know who's going to hit the headlines, do you?
Garbage.
Garbage. Fascinating garbage, though. Robert and Holly Scorpio. Demons for justice.
That's true, but I know Holly and Robert, and I know that neither one of them is guilty of anything.
Uh-huh. I don't think you came here to defend the Scorpios.
I came to apologize for what happened at the spa. Really must not let Ian and this newspaper story get you down, Holly. Your friends know the truth. You were framed. Well, I know that, and you know that. But the people who read this newspaper don't know that. And even if they did, they'd want to know why. Well, the answer's obvious. You were framed because someone wanted to discredit Robert. Yes, but I can hardly stand up on the rooftops and yell I was framed. Well, you won't have to. Robert's in New York right this minute, and he'll find all the answers. But until then, he would not want you to be feeling guilty, and he would not want you to act out of guilt. I'm not. I'm staying home to protect my husband's reputation.
Well, hello. One terrific breakfast for two terrific ladies.
What did you do, bring up the deli then?
Just about. I thought we'd have a sensational breakfast and then go over to the Quartermains for the wedding rehearsal.
That sounds great. Holly? Did you read the paper?
Yeah, well, that paper's not worth wrapping fish in, Holly.
It's the second attack on me in 2 days.
You're not going to start believing your own bad press now, eh?
I cannot believe that I got drawn into a frame. It should have been so obvious to me.
Have a bagel and cream cheese sandwich. It makes life beautiful.
It's going to take a lot more than a bagel to make life beautiful for me.
Well, does wonders for Celia.
Maybe you should just leave me here in my own self-made misery. Oh, Holly, you've got to stop blaming yourself. I can't help it. I I certainly don't feel up to a wedding rehearsal.
Well, you've got to. Because how can I be a bride without my matron of honor, even at my rehearsal?
Maybe you should ask someone else to be your matron of honor.
What?
Someone young, untarnished, someone like Felicia.
Yeah, I don't mind if I do. Thank you for the invitation.
Boy, that Ian doesn't miss a trick, does he?
Oh. You think, he's the one that did that trick?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you think, Ian staged this whole thing because of this fight with Robert?
Nah. He didn't steal those figurines and play them on Holly. He's just taking advantage of a frame-up set up by somebody else.
You know, it's ironic, or maybe it's a lesson.
What is?
My two favorite people in town, Robert and Holly Scorpio. And I used to think they were the happiest. And then I thought the other two happiest were my brother and Tanya.
And?
4 people with the biggest problems in town.
I can't do anything to help Scorpio's problems, can I? But I can help Tony and Tanya.
Oh, Bobby, please, come in.
Oh, Bobby.
Have a seat.
Thanks.
Right here, I beat you to it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
oh, boy. Bobby, have you seen, this morning's paper? Yeah, I have. I think it's revolting.
Yeah, it's the majority opinion around here.
Yeah, I can say that again.
You'll see it first.
Over the
Hi,
door, it
everybody.
looks beautiful.
Hi.
Oh, Brian, Tony, hi.
I guess everyone has seen this.
Oh, yeah.
We think it is outrageous.
Yeah, join the club.
You know something? At least Scorpio's down there trying to do something about it and get rid of these ridiculous charges.
You mean Holly Balone?
Yeah.
Well, she shouldn't be. She's all alone there. That awful story in the paper?
I think you're right. She could use some support, huh?
Yes. Well, then why don't we go over there and show it?
Sounds like an idea.
I would if I could. I have to go to surgery.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've got to get back to the hospital myself. Please let Holly know we're behind her.
Listen, will you give me about 10 minutes and I'll get some food together and then we'll go. Perfect, Ruth.
Sit down.
Holly, you're not eating. Holly?
Oh, I'm not hungry.
Well, you've got to eat something. I'm not sure if Lila's going to have anything at the rehearsal or not.
I'm not going to the rehearsal, Celia. I can't. I wasn't joking before. I really think you should find somebody else to be the matron of honor.
Holly, listen to me. You are doing exactly the opposite of what Robert would want you to do. Staying here cooped up is just plain silly. You should go out and look people straight in the eye.
Celia's right, Holly. You've got to show people what you think of that rotten story.
Exactly. And Robert will have this frame-up cleared very shortly, and then Ian will be forced to print a retraction.
Yes, but when?
I don't know when. That doesn't make any difference, Holly. But until then, you have got to show the world that you know that article is a lie. And our wedding is a perfect way to do it.
I know you're probably right, but I...
Wait, no buts about it. You're going to be in our wedding, and you're going to show the whole world and tell them all to drop dead.
It's probably exactly what I should do. I'll go get some more coffee.
Oh, boy. Think she'll be okay?
I hope so. Seeing your name plastered all over the front page has got to be tough.
You know, the way I feel guilty because I'm so happy.
Me too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've never been happier in my life.
Me too. Come here.
Yes, hello?
Holly Scorpio.
Yes, this is Holly.
Thief.
What?
You heard me, thief.
Who is that?
You'll find out soon enough, thief. Just show your lying face in public. Just try it, thief. Just try it.
Holly, are you all right? Holly?
I'm gonna go. I can't get out of this stuff.
Absolutely absurd. Now, you are going to be my matron of honor.
I can't do that to you, to both of you. I just can't do it.
You what? We want you in our wedding.
My presence is just gonna put a whole big chill over the whole thing, though.
That is ridiculous.
Well, I would expect you to say that.
Why? What does that mean?
Because you're my best friend. You're just being loyal to me. I mean, I would do exactly the same thing if the situation were reversed.
Do you think I give a hoot what it says in the newspapers? What I care about is you.
And I would be very uncomfortable there because I know how important it is to both of you.
I'm just going along with the Quartermains, Holly. Go along with me.
And me.
You're both very sweet. And you make me feel wanted, but no.
Well, then I'll just postpone the rehearsal.
Now, that's blackmail. Don't let her do that, Jimmy Lee.
It's only a wedding rehearsal. It's the wedding that counts.
I'll postpone the wedding, too, until you're okay.
No, now that is going too far.
No. Why not? Why rush this whole thing? I'm not going to be steamrolled into a wedding just to meet a Quartermain deadline.
That's right. Don't let anybody steamroll you, except maybe me.
Oh, no, now who is it?
It's just the doorbell.
Yeah, but I'm not
Look,
expecting anybody.
I'll get it. Whoever it is, I'll give it to him, okay?
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
Jack.
Hello, Jimmy Lee. Holly, hello. Come on in, folks. Forward march. Here we are. In case you're wondering, there is a reason for this invasion.
Well, whatever it is, I'm all for it.
We're here because we all saw that story in the paper today.
And we all think the same thing. It's out and out garbage.
And that is a unanimous opinion.
And Bobby's too. She had to go to the hospital or she would be here also. She sends her love.
The people down at the waterfront feel the same as we do. They think it's pure trash.
That is so marvelous. You were all so marvelous.
Well, I was the practical one and brought food, but I see somebody was here ahead of me.
Hey, no. The more, the merrier. Ruby, let me grab that. We'll go over here and pull it there.
Yes, I do. And I really appreciate it. I'm still worried, though.
Well, why? Nobody believes that Phil.
I'm worried because something like this could make Robert lose his job.
Oh, come on, Holly. How could that happen?
Pressure, for one thing. I mean, he does have his enemies, and some of them wield a lot of influence with the mayor.
Well, you've read the paper, I see.
Well, I usually do. Helps me be a good mayor to keep well informed, Edward.
You have an official reaction, I assume.
Reaction to what? The stock market? Last night's double-headed?
You know perfectly well I'm not referring to the sports page or the market.
Advice to the lovelorn?
Don't toy with me, Lee. I'm talking about that British turncoat, and you know it.
You're talking about what?
Holly Scorpio. Do I have to remind you, she came to Port Charles under a very dark cloud. You'll recall that oil
She also
scam
married our police commissioner, Edward.
Exactly. Robert Scorpio. Once a leopard, always a leopard.
I'm sorry, Edward. I think I've lost the thread. You did say a leopard.
A leopard does not change its spots, and neither does that Scorpio one.
Look, before you go too far, Holly and Robert are good friends of mine.
I don't give a damn if the woman's your sainted mother. It's crystal clear she was a criminal once. She always was a criminal, and she'll still a criminal.
Oh, now, just a moment.
Furthermore, she's using her husband as a shield, and that robs him of any credibility as far as being a public servant.
How dare you do this? How dare you come in here casting these aspersions? You're setting yourself up not only as a judge, but the jury as well.
What the hell are you talking about? Can't you read? It says here in the paper, Holly Scorpio is a fence.
The story does not say that. It raises a question and nothing more.
Exactly. It raises a question, and I'm here to answer it.
No, Edward, you're not here for that. You're here because your feud with Robert goes back a long way. Now, you will see anything. You'll seize at any straw. You'll grab anything just to prove you're right. Well, it won't work this time, and you can fume and bluster until the cows come home. I'm backing Holly and Robert the whole way.
I always said that Lee Baldwin was not to be trusted. You know, the man has shifty eyes.
He does? Really, dear?
He is standing behind Robert Scorpio and his wife.
Standing behind them? Oh, of course, that's a figure of speech, isn't it? Well, of course he'd be behind them, dear. After all, he appointed Robert as police commissioner.
Yes, he did. And now that he could remove him from office, he refuses to do so.
Well, why on earth would he want to remove Robert from office?
Well, because I say so.
Oh, Edward, that's shocking. Are you saying that you're the power behind the throne, like one of those political bosses who smoke those big, nasty cigars?
Listen, he could listen to me when he wanted campaign contributions. He can damn well listen to me now.
Well, I'm sure he'd listen to you, dear, if what you said made any sense.
Well, it does make sense. His obligation is to the taxpayers, not those personal friends of his.
Well, what exactly is it that you want Lee to do?
His duty, damn it. Throw Robert Scorpio out of office. And as for that wife of his, send her back to the crime-ridden streets of London, where she belongs.
You know, it's strange. I know the London streets very well. Piccadilly, Regent Street, Bond Street, Buckingham Palace Road, and I never found any of them to be crime-ridden. Holly? Oh, dear, it's Lila Quartermain.
Lila, how nice to hear from you.
My dear, I have a reason for calling. I read that story in the newspaper.
So did the whole world, apparently.
Now, you listen to me, my dear. That story is nothing but a bag of stupid innuendos and lies. And anyone in his right mind knows it. Well, to come to the point, are you coming to the wedding rehearsal here at 2 o'clock?
Well, the fact is...
I think you must, dear. For you and I are going to have a good long look at whoever it is who takes that newspaper story seriously. And then you know what we're going to do?
No, what?
We're going to spit in his eye.
Holly, was that another one of those calls?
No, it was Lila. I will be coming to the rehearsal.
Atta girl.
And the wedding? You bet the wedding, too. And if anybody doesn't like it, well, my friend Lila and I will just spit in his eye.
There you go. Get it. All right. I like that.
Scorpio.
Captain Patrick in New York, Commissioner. We've got a lead on Jack Slater. He took a flight to Brazil.
You mean you got past your men at the airport?
No, let me put it this way. Mary Haynes did, if you know what I mean.
You mean he was disguised as a woman?
That's right. We tried to follow up on a tip about a phony passport operation, but Slater was already in Rio.
Okay, what's the good news?
Sit tight. I may be calling you back a second time, if a trick I'm trying works.
What kind of a trick?
Well, one I pulled out of the WSB bag you and Donnelly showed the precinct. You know, use a ruse to unravel a scam. We questioned a couple of the bartenders at the bar where Slater met your wife. And we told them that we'd hate to pull somebody in as an accessory for withholding information.
And?
And we got a nibble. Who would have thought this is a WSB type frame?
Yeah. Who'd have thought it?
Holly, you as matron of honor...
You know, why don't they call it best woman? That's what I want to know.
You are.
Well, thank you. I feel better.
Okay. Holly, you as matron of honor, I think that you should precede Celia coming down the stage. Actually, Alan Jr. and Jason as the ring bearer should be in front of the two. You know what would be the best idea? If me as the best man came down in front of all of you and I joined the waiting groom.
Yeah? And where am I supposed to wait?
You will be at the bottom of the stairs looking up. Just picture it.
I do. I don't like it.
Why not?
Because I look stupid.
You're saying my idea is stupid?
Look, you can have your own ideas, and I'm entitled to reject them. After all, I'm the one who's getting married, not you.
Wait a minute here. Isn't the bride entitled to express her own opinion?
I
Go
wondered
on.
if you were going to say something.
That's it. Go on. After all, it is your day.
All right. Well, the first thing I'd like is for everyone to stop quarreling. Is that agreed?
All right, I do.
All right. And next, I think that a wedding should be a joyous occasion. I think you should all agree about that. Everyone should be joyous. Since I'm happy, I want everyone else to be happy.
Okay.
And Jimmy Lee, since the family is being so generous to give this wedding, I don't think we should be so demanding that it's exactly the way we want it. I think we should have fun with this thing.
Here.
Okay.
I'm glad you agree, Celia.
Yeah, well, we still haven't heard if the groom agrees.
Hey, it's okay with Celia. It's okay with me.
Oh, yes, that's a wonderful idea. Listen to me, everybody. While we are drinking our coffee, I will elaborate on all the details of the wedding. Stella, take the phone off the hook. I do not like to be interrupted.
I'm glad that you said something. Well, I hope I didn't step on Edward's poor toes. No, I don't think even Edward could take offense at your happiness. I'm even beginning to get with it myself. I'm glad. Even with all my problems, your good feelings are contagious.
Holly, it's going to be all right. You'll see. Robert is going to prove that you were for him.
You summoned me, Commissioner?
Oh, I just wanted to see you, all. Things are happening.
Yeah, well, I was about to suggest you tell me over the phone, but you hung up too fast. What's so urgent?
See what I mean? Just follow me.
Anywhere.
Scorpio,
Your wife can relax, Commissioner.
you've got the proof that she was framed with that jade?
Yes, the bartender admitted he saw Slater slip the jade into her purse.
So why didn't he say so earlier?
Well, the usual. He didn't want to get involved. But we pulled the WSB trick, and he caved in. He was afraid of being accused as an accessory.
Well, I assume the charges are dropped as of now.
Already done.
Thank you, Captain. And on behalf of Holly, too. Thank you. Heard?
But that's a relief.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to call Holly right now. She's over at the Quartermains rehearsing Celia and Jimmy Lee's impending wedding. Line's busy. Well, you know what Holly's going to say, don't you?
I'm sure she's going to be deliriously happy. What else?
No, she's going to be practical. She's going to say, all right, the bartender's admission does not cover the fact that a piece of jade was found in her kitchen cabinet.
I almost forgot about that.
Not me. This whole thing stinks of a WSB frame-up.
That sounds like wishful thinking to me. Seems we both have the same tendency to look for the WSB under every bed. Well, it makes life more exciting.
I'll dwell on that. Yeah. Oh, hiya, Bert. Yeah, well, that's good news and bad news, isn't it? Yeah, well, we're aware of the situation. Good man. We just transfer what security we have at the hospital over to Tony's apartment. Yeah. I'll check back later. Bye.
Look, Robert, it's not that I don't love standing around listening to you on the phone, but, you said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Got some news on Slater. He's in Brazil. Got there, disguised as a woman. Called himself Mary Haynes.
Interesting. Peter Harrell's also in Brazil. I wonder if those two are rendezvousing somewhere.
Well, I guess they deserve each other.
You're not giving up and going after Slater, are you?
No, but at the moment I have more immediate things to deal with.
Like what?
You run out his name through the WSB computer lately?
Yes, I did, but nothing exciting turned up. Just the vital statistics, home address, New York, telephone number, etc.
You know she occupies a brownstone?
The address wasn't exactly prepossessing.
A rather plush brownstone.
Does she own it?
I don't know.
She's probably renting.
Yes, of course, she inherited money recently.
Is it that important to find out?
Well, only if she's not on the up and up. Tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
You think she's up to something?
If I did, I wouldn't have given her a job. But of course, Anna Devane was always a very clever woman. But who would know that better than you, Robert? After all, she did outsmart you a couple of times in the past, or have you forgotten that? See ya.
Yeah.
Hello, matron of honor. Hi. That phone is going to ring any minute now.
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit lonely for Robert. Also, I'm wondering if he's found out anything more about who framed me.
Stay away from my wife, Anna. If you harm her, I'm warning you.
Robert, look, I'm not going to harm your wife. I promise.
If I ever discover that you framed her, believe me, there'll be no holds barred. For now, I'm going to tell everybody that Slater placed that piece of jade in our house before he left Port Charles. Not that I believe it for an instant.
Oh, sure.
I just thought Oh, you have a visitor.
Well, two's company and three's even better.
Didn't expect to find you here, old buddy.
Well, I thought I'd come over and give Anna the good news about Holly.
I was at Robert's house when the good news came in. Oh, by the way, have you reached your wife?
No, the Quartermain's line was busy. Mind if I use yours?
Be my guest, please.
residence? I can't hear you.
It's Robert Scorpio, Stella. Is Holly still there?
Oh, yes, Commissioner. She's coming downstairs for the 4th time, poor thing. This is Scorpio.
Yeah, will you put her on? Thank you.
It's Commissioner.
I think I'll take Holly out to celebrate tonight.
Wouldn't it be fun if Sean and I joined you and made a foursome?
Why not?
Robert?
Yes, love, it's me.
Were you trying to call me before, Robert? Alan insisted on taking the phone off the hook so we could rehearse.
Yeah, look, love, I can hardly hear you, but listen closely. Holly, it's all over. Your charges have been dropped.
They have? That's wonderful. What happened? Who framed me? Did you find out who did it?
Later, love.
No. You gotta tell me now, Robert.
I'll give you all the details later. Now, look. We're going to celebrate tonight. Go home and make yourself beautiful.
This is a nice room, isn't it? Oh, they're playing my song.
Oh, who's the lucky girl, Sean?
Damned if I can remember. Oh, I did it.
What's so funny?
Oh, this is funny.
Well, what I say, old habits die hard.
Yeah, well, the WSB hasn't come up with anything better to detect unwanted visitors. Are you expecting somebody to bug your house, Robert?
Oh, Sean, you never know who the enemy is and when they're going to strike again.
Feel like celebrating, Robert, shall we?
Well, why not, love?
Oh, good. Oh, Holly.
May she never see a piece of jade in this house again.
How about a serious toast?
Oh, who wants to be serious?
Oh, I do. I would just like to say
I'll
that...
drink to that.
Why not?
Me too.
I haven't said it yet, Sean. But I'm very happy for you, Holly. I really am. And I wish you the best. And only good things from this night on. Thank you.
To Holly.
To Holly.
To Holly.
To the future. And to the past.
It's been lots of fun, folks.
It's been a magnificent evening. Thank you both.
Oh,
Good night.
we must do this again, huh?
Ah, yes.
And drive carefully.
Thank you.
Oh, I've got the limo. No problem. I don't drive anymore. I gave it up 4 years ago.
Good night.
Good night.
Take away your license.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I could hardly wait to have you all to myself. That's the best part of being married, isn't it? Being alone at the end of the evening.
What's that smile? Are we keeping secrets,
No, I'm just so happy. I think it's expecting too much to hope that Ian puts this happy ending on the front page of his paper. You know, an apology for the hatchet job that he did.
You are a dreamer.
Well, I'm not going to let it spoil my happy moment. I'll be vindictive in my dreams tonight.
You give it to him.
I will. By the way, I don't know what it was that you did to clear me, but thank you very much, sweetheart.
It's my pleasure.
I am exhausted. Do you mind if I just go upstairs right now, have a hot bath, and go straight to sleep?
Of course not. I'll see you later.
me, Scorpio, all in Port Charles.
Yes. I don't know about you, Sean, but the town really seems to agree with Robert.
Not the town, Anna. It's Holly, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah. Yes, I had noticed. They make a wonderful couple.
What about you, Anna?
What about me?
How come a fascinating, beautiful woman like yourself
Isn't married or hasn't been married or doesn't have a lover?
Haven't you ever been in love?
How could I be? I was married to the WSB, Sean. Just like you.
That answers that question. Good night, Anna.
Good night, Sean.
Anna? What are you doing here?
I knew you come here when you're restless. I sort of felt the same.
Don't do this to yourself. The past is dead.
Then why do we both feel so restless?
Good night, Anna. But you were leaving.
No, not yet.
I'm off.
No, wait.
Anna, I don't want to talk to you.
Why? It's so awful remembering what we had.
There's no point.
We made some great memories, Robert.
I've forgotten them.
Have you? How about the little French hotel? First time we made love. I know you remember that, Robert. Night.
But it's vitally important we talk to you, isn't it, Lila?
Vital.
Well, come on in. What's happened? Oh, it's terrible. It is just terrible, isn't it, Jimmy Lee?
Oh, terrible.
What's happened? What's terrible?
What else?
I think maybe... Would you like some coffee?
Good idea.
The champagne not done. Have you got
Celia.
any champagne?
Celia, I think you've had enough champagne.
Oh, no. It's not possible to have enough champagne. What did you say?
I said, would you like some coffee?
That'd be a very good idea.
Oh, no. We have to talk to her. Remember? It's very important.
I don't remember.
Yes, you do. I told you, remember?
No, you didn't tell me what it was about.
I did. I told you at the quartermains, you remember?
Oh, that. Celia, we can't.
Yes, we can.
We can't.
We can't.
We can't.
We can.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hold it! I know it's very late, and that's probably why I'm not following this conversation, but what are you talking about?
The wedding, of course.
You're not getting married?
No.
Yes, we are getting married.
Well, are you or aren't you?
We are.
No, we're getting married, but we're not going to have a wedding.
Oh, well, that's very clear.
I mean, we're going to have a wedding, but we're not going to have a quartermain wedding. We're going to elope.
We are not going to elope.
Yes, we are.
What brought all of this on?
Alan.
Alan.
This probably has something to do with the rehearsal.
The man is like one possessed. Do this. Walk like that. I mean, the next minute he is going to be supervising the honeymoon.
It's just that he wants everything to go just right.
But it's my wedding.
Celia, It's mine, too, and I want it to be a special occasion.
Well, eloping can be special, too. I mean, sneaking out in the middle of the night and finding a cozy little place in the country where the justice of the peace can be saying the vows in his pajamas.
I don't want to be married by somebody in his pajamas.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Jimmy Lee? Where's your sense of romance? I say we elope tonight.
No.
Tonight? Yes. This time tomorrow, we can be man and wife. What do you say? I know that you probably think the idea of eloping is very romantic, Celia, but don't you think you're just being a tad impulsive? No. I thought about it a lot.
When?
On the way over.
That's a 10-minute ride.
Well, it's very simple. Holly and Robert can be our witnesses.
Holly, please talk some sense into her, please.
Robert, come down here. Your needed for a wedding. Robert, home. Where is he? He went for a walk. At this time of night, he went for a walk? Well, then, what are we going to do?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take you home, and you're going to get a wonderful night's sleep. You're going to forget about this completely. How's that?
No, I made up my mind. I'm going to elope. You know, you need two witnesses, and Robert isn't home. Okay, then we'll wait. I think I'll make some coffee.
Strong. Thank you. Here you go.
I don't want any coffee.
I think you should.
I want champagne. Where did he?
Sit down and drink this.
No. I want to elope.
Celia, just think of how nice a big wedding could be. You know, all your friends would be there.
All the Quartermains would be there.
I'll tell you what. We can still have a fashionable, real wedding without having the Quartermains there. We won't invite them.
Oh, wouldn't that just be ducky after everything we've done to keep you on their good side? It's only a few hours out of your life, Celia. No, it would be a disaster, don't you see? The only alternative possible is to elope. That way nobody would interfere. Where's Robert?
I don't know.
Well, I hope he gets here soon.
Me too. It's not like him not to cool.
Is, that other pizza I ordered ready to go yet?
10 minutes.
Taking pizza home, are you?
I have somewhere else to go first.
Busy tonight. Thanks for picking up the check.
That's all right. I know how hard you're finding it and making ends meet.
Look, I had no reason to discuss my financial situation with you.
Like you had no reason to lie to Holly.
What did you want me to do? Tell her the truth about us?
No. And if you ever do.
Robert, please. We were having such a nice time.
Maybe you were.
How long are you going to hold this grudge against me, Robert? And please, why can't we just...
Just a car back.
It sounded like gunshots.
It's just a car.
It sounded like the shot.
Here you go, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Good night, Robert.
I think she's almost out.
It's been a long day.
I think it's been a lot longer because of all that champagne. Champagne.
You're awake.
Of course I'm awake. You don't think I'd be so rude as to fall asleep with company?
No.
I remember everything.
What do you remember?
I remember everything. I remember walking down the Quartermain stairs. I remember the procession.
Delia, that was only a rehearsal.
Oh, we eloped, didn't we?
No, we didn't elope. No.
We didn't. No, you were right here in my house. Oh, sure, yeah. You know something?
What?
I think I've changed my mind.
About what?
I don't think I want to elope tonight.
Gee, and I was counting on eloping.
Oh, Jimmy Lee, I know. I am so sorry. Please try not to be so disappointed.
Well, I'll try not to be disappointed, Celia. But if that's what you want.
I do. That's what I want. Even if Alan is going to be such
I'll
a big pain in the
take care
neck.
of Alan. Don't worry about Alan, okay?
Okay. Holly, you won't be too disappointed. I'll get over it. Oh, Holly, you are the best thing in the whole world. You are just the best person I've ever met in my life. Why don't you get some sleep? Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay, I am kind of...
Come on. Yeah, let's go. Oh, Holly. When Robert gets home, tell him that he loused up the most romantic evening in the history of romance.
Okay.
Good night.
When Robert gets home. Good night.
Good night. Quiet, dude.
Be careful.
Sorry to drop by so late, but something came up that required my attention.
Is it about Tony?
No. Case I closed years ago. Where's Tanya?
She's still at the hospital.
Brought you guys a pizza. You eating yet?
Funny you should ask. We had a pizza earlier.
Yeah.
Well, you know it's freezing.
No, we'll eat this now. Something kind of happened to the other one.
These security people been through?
Everywhere.
I'm sorry if I've upset your routine, but it was necessary.
Well, they were very helpful.
Well, I wouldn't be here this late, but I wanted to check things out before Tony arrives.
It's all yours.
Just the false alarm.
Thing was loud.
What'd you set that off for?
I wanted to see if it was working and check on the response time.
It's like a prison.
At least now we know Tony will get the very best protection.
Yeah, I hope so. Robert, how long are we going to have to put up with this?
Till we catch Slater.
What if there's more than one man?
You get Slater, you get the rest. He's not the type to take a rap on his own.
Well, in that case, do you think you could show us how to use this stuff?
Sure. Just take a few minutes.
Good.
Damn it, I didn't realize it was so late. Can I use your phone to call Holly?
Sure.
It's not like me not to call her when she's going to be this late. Yeah.
Oh. When you called from Tony, you said you were coming back home.
Well, checking out the security system took a bit longer than I thought.
You missed a lot of fun and excitement this evening.
Oh?
Yes. Celia and Jimmy Lee came over. She was a little more than drunk.
I think I'm happy I missed that.
Yes, I'm actually glad too. Otherwise, you and I would be in the country somewhere looking for a justice of the peace.
What?
Celia got it into her head that she wanted to elope. She wanted us as witnesses.
I thought they were going to have this big wedding.
Yeah, well, it's all too complicated to explain.
Celia asleep?
She's gone back to the gatehouse. Jimmy Lee drove her back. They really do seem so much in love, just like us. Can we go up to bed now, please?
I will be up in 1 minute.
Robert, aren't you coming to bed?
Decorating committee reporting for duty.
Well, come right on down. Thanks for coming by so early. Julia's not going to believe this.
Yes, well, how often does a woman have a bridal shower?
Well, maybe we should save these just in case she and Jimmy Lee don't hit it off. We can use them again.
Don't joke about a thing like that.
Oh, I should say congratulations.
What for?
On being cleared of the jade theft charges.
Oh, how did you hear about that?
Read it for yourself.
I'll bet Robert will be thrilled, too.
Listen, I'm sorry to drag you over here this early, but I really need to talk to you alone.
What's the problem?
I'm worried about Tony coming home today. Hell, I spent half the night up last night thinking about what might happen, Robert.
You mean him might do what to him?
I know you tried to reassure me last night with the alarm system that your men put in. I mean, that's great. But is that enough?
Tony has 2 very good lines of defense already.
Okay, he's got the alarm system.
Plus, his traumatic amnesia. No one's going to make an attempt on his life while he can't remember who shot him in the first place. We've done everything possible to protect Tony. I mean, I even have specially trained guards who are trained in terrorist tactics to ride with him in the ambulance to and from the hospital.
You're missing a trick, are you?
I can't afford to.
Listen, I know that you're on top of things. I'm not insinuating that you're not doing your job, Robert.
I realize that. Look, just don't lose any sleep over it.
Yeah. Thanks for meeting me.
Hang in there.
All right.
Anybody in there?
Want to buy a balloon?
Is that Amy in there?
Yeah. I wish you could have seen me trying to get these things into my car.
Come on, let me give you a hand.
It probably would have been smarter to have them blown up over here.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Why didn't you? Well, to tell you the truth, I was afraid to call you about coming over any earlier in the week.
Why?
Well, on account of those newspaper articles they were printing saying that you were stealing jade Buddhas. I figured that you were probably pretty upset over that and didn't want company.
You know, I was wondering, how could Ian write such a scathing article about you and Robert and all the facts weren't in?
Oh, he probably couldn't wait to share the news with the public.
Ian is a jerk. I know firsthand what he's capable of, and there is nothing too low for Ian Shelton.
Well, he sure made a fool of himself lately.
Well, that is his specialty, Claudia. You should have seen the way he tried to pry information from me about Tony Jones.
Oh. I'm just relieved that he's off my back.
Well, I'm happy that they did print a retraction.
I'm not half as happy as I am. So maybe what happened wasn't all bad.
Why do you say that?
Well, certainly showed that Robert and I can look after ourselves. You know, anybody who's going to go up against Robert Scorpio now may think twice before they do anything.
You're right.
Honey,
Oh, boy. Thanks. You know, where is that husband of yours when you need him?
Robert? Robert? What are you doing here?
Communing with nature.
Oh, it's, Cecilia Quartermain.
Going to the shower, are we?
Yes? Don't look at me like that, Robert. I know you asked me to keep away from your wife. Well, I'm trying.
Why are you going to the shower now if it's not until later on?
Holly asked me to go. She wanted me to help with the decorations.
You just had to oblige.
Yes?
I don't want her hurt anymore.
Robert, I'm not going to hurt your wife. I'm trying to live up to a promise. What more do you want me to do?
I don't want you to forget it. Because believe me, I won't. I know what you're trying to do.
Then why don't you explain it to me? I'm totally in the dark.
I won't let you manipulate Holly.
Why would I want to do that?
Because of what happened to us in the past.
You always have such a vivid imagination.
You think you've got me backed into a corner, don't you?
What do you mean?
I can't cut you out of Holly's life without telling her the truth. You're betting I won't do that.
Am I wrong?
I can't tell her the full story. I can't. What happened between us is going to stay just like that.
Rob, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, Anna, that I cannot tell her the story between us. I can't. The past is dead. You try to resurrect it, and I'll give you more trouble than you ever dreamt possible.
Hello, Holly. Hi, come on in. I'm so pleased you could come.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Come and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't last night wonderful?
Yes, it was that.
Oh, the four of us should go out together more often.
Oh, I'd like to.
Maybe you and Sean would like to come over for dinner sometime.
Yes, thank you. That would be lovely.
Robert and I tend to spend most of our evenings here. He has such a busy schedule. I like to spend as much time as possible with him.
I don't blame you.
Great. Oh, well, look at here. What's this? More help for our poorly understaffed decorating committee?
I'd like to introduce to you my friend Anna Devane. This is Claudia and Brian Phillips. Hello.
Hello, Anna. Nice to meet you.
How are you at hanging up streamers?
Well, I'll do my best.
This is Amy Vining.
Hi. Amy, hi.
This looks lovely.
Would you mind helping out Amy with the buffet table?
Oh, no, not at all.
Robert asked if he could come back and help, but I told him not to bother. You know how men are with weddings and showers.
You look none the worse for wear after last night.
Neither do you.
It was quite an evening, was it?
Yeah. Back to work. Tony Jones, discharged from the hospital today. It's my job to protect him.
Yeah, I hear he's made a remarkable recovery. So how can I help?
I need some information.
What's mine is yours.
What sort of a line have the WSB got on Slater in Brazil?
Man has simply dropped out of sight.
Amazing. Just like Peter. You think there's a connection?
Hey, come on. Why look for trouble? Don't we have enough already?
What's that?
Silent alarm.
I didn't realize you had more than just a simple alarm system here.
Well, it's a little more elaborate than that, Robert, and for good reason. Seems I can't even trust my employees. Slater proved that. I'll be back in a while.
You want some help?
No. Handle it myself. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
The alarm went off, Sam.
What?
Someone's snooping around Bay C.
I'll go right down.
No, I will. You make sure Scorpio says exactly where he is, all right?
Pete, read this request. Read Jack Slater's whereabouts in Brazil.
Time needed to process request.
Oh, Commissioner, as Sean said to tell you he'd be right back.
He told me that himself. I don't need you to repeat it.
Ah, well, I guess he didn't want to take a chance on you running out on him.
I guess. What's with this silent alarm system?
What do you mean?
I wasn't aware that a warehouse required such a sophisticated alarm system.
Oh, well, you see, Sean's had to be very careful the last few days. After Slater burning us like that, you can't blame him.
No. Maybe I should run down and see if there's any trouble.
No, don't bother. No, this happens a lot.
It does?
Oh, yes, all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually it's a false alarm. We got a problem with the wiring here.
You should have an electrician look at that. I mean, we don't want anybody else stealing from the boss now, do we?
you.